It's the one phone call you never want to answer, those pesky telemarketers. Last year, Americans lost nearly $9 billion from phone scams, but there are ways to protect yourself. Attorney Lonnie Coombs is here with some tips. And Lonnie, I have to be honest, if you're not saved in my contacts, I'm not answering the phone whatsoever.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's actually probably the best thing you can do. You know, by the end of this year, almost half of the phone calls you get on your cell phone are going to be scams.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's a good way to handle it. But here's some tips on how to try and protect yourself from these phone scams. The first one is beware of the robocall. That's where you pick up, you say hello, and all of a sudden you realize you're talking to a recording.
Yeah. Okay,
so some of them are okay if they're informational. So they could be political, they could be from your doctor reminding you of an appointment, or the pharmacy, or a charity. They're just telling you information. Those are okay.
Yeah.
But if they're asking you to buy something, they want to sell something to you, if you haven't given them written consent prior to them calling, that's illegal. So as soon as you realize that that's what's happening, you hang up the phone. Do not get sucked in if they say press 1 to talk to a real person. If you press a number, you're going to start getting more robocalls.
And don't they even say, like, don't say yes or no or your name, that they could be recording you to use it for something else?
You have to be very careful. Yes, that's another tip. So when you're talking about your information, we've been told you never give your information over the phone, your financial information. So your account numbers, your credit card number, your social security number. But another thing they'll do now, because they're becoming more sophisticated, is they might actually have your information. They tell it to you and they want you to confirm with a yes. If you give the yes, then they will use that to say, hey, they actually consented to us charging their account. So you don't want to say anything like that.
Okay,
never confirm.
What else should we look out for?
Don't trust your caller ID. So it used to be that these telemarketers would use these strange phone numbers. You'd see it and you go, oh, I'm not answering that. But now they're doing what's called neighborhood spoofing, which is where they actually use a fake number in your area code so that you'll think, oh, this is okay. This is somebody that I know, and you pick up. By the end of this year, 90% of these calls, these scam calls, will be using neighborhood spoofing. So don't trust your caller ID.
I get those all the time, and all they do is just add like one more number after you block them. But what can you do? I mean, you can block them, but can you block like hundreds of numbers in your phone?
No, you really can't. But what you can do is get on a do not call registry. Okay, this is a national registry. What it does is it actually blocks the legitimate telemarketers from using your phone call. People assume that, oh, this means I won't get any more robocalls. That's not true. You'll get robocalls, but it means that they are scams. You'll know that they're scams. You'll know to hang up immediately.
Oh, my goodness. Well, what else can you do?
So you can also talk to your phone service. Some of the phone services are actually providing a service now where they try to screen out numbers that they think might be fraudulent, and they alert you to that. You can ask the FTC to put you on a list that actually where they will give you alerts for scams that are going on. There are some apps out there. There's some called Robo and Truecaller. Well, they will try and block numbers that they think might be suspicious or fraudulent.
Do you think those apps are helpful? I've seen a lot of those out there.
They could be. They could be. And whatever you do is, if you do decide to do something, whether it's an investment, a charity, a goods or services that you've heard about on the phone, first of all, don't rush into it. Take the time to look into it yourself. Google it. See if it's a scam. See if it's on a scam list. Check with Better Business Bureau. If you decide to go along with it, don't use cash. Whatever you do, don't use a reloadable card or a gift card or Western Union. Make sure that you use your credit card, because there are some protections with your credit card if it ends up being a scam.
Oh my God, that's crazy. And also, some phone companies now also offer that same service too, to weed out some of these robocalls.
They're starting to, and hopefully they're all going to be on the bandwagon, because it's becoming so prevalent. People are stopping answering their phones like you and I.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, Lonnie, thank you so much. This is such useful information.
We all need it.
We all need it. Oh, my goodness. And you can find more of Lonnie's legal lists on our website. Go to NBCCALive.com.